Our mission is to keep the city safe, to reduce loss of life and property in the city.
I don't think there is any nobler profession than being a firefighter. We're not in it for the money. We're there because we want to help people.
All my growing years, all my teenage years at firehouses, 2-3 generations of firefighter taught me the only reason you have a job is for the people you serve.
Talk to my family and they'll tell you, the whole time Brian was growing up, that's all he ever wanted to do was be a firefighter. I was fortunate when I was 15, I got in the Explorer program here. It really opened me up to Westerville. We're actually 156 years old this year. We started with one firehouse, which was principally volunteer. It's been amazing to see how the fire department's grown.
When I came into Westerville, we were at the old Blendon Township station, which is now the Blendon Police Department. That was Station 112. It was cramped quarters. It was just a tough living arrangement.
When we came in, Polaris Parkway didn't exist. County Line Road stopped at State Street. We've seen great growth in the city and in the township. I've known Chief Miller since he got hired. I was hired just before him. I used to joke with him, when you're fire chief, what are you going to do different?
He was driving and smelled smoke. He actually singed his eyebrows and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he said he smelled smoke, opened the hood, and flames came out, closed it, and called us.
Okay. They got the fire extinguished. This is just another example of one of the types of calls that we respond to. Car fires, auto accidents. We'll see you later.
See you, Chief. Thanks.
Over the last 40 years, we've grown quite a bit. It's a changing face in the fire service. We're really an all-hazard response organization. EMS calls, rescue calls, auto accidents. We do ice rescue. We've even branched out into hazardous material response. All these different helmets, hats, uniforms that we wear.
We now try to look at what are the likely events to occur, whether it be natural disasters, man-made disasters. Our world has changed quite a bit since September 11th, and being a firefighter, that's not lost on us.
What we have noticed is between 2008 and 2014, we've had about a 12% increase in our EMS calls.
And I don't think that's going to change much. The city and the township are still growing. EMS has become such a focus because of our numbers. You can't even work here part-time anymore unless you're a paramedic.
Just from the training standpoint, through St. Anne's, they're good at hosting a lot of different trainings to keep everybody spun up.
We average a 4-minute or less response time to all emergencies. Lots of advances in technology. We carry a lot of equipment to determine what the heart's doing, check blood pressure, vital signs, devices which do CPR compressions on patients. This machine can stay on and continue to do CPR all the way through.
We're always going to be the first responders. Us and the police will be there first. So we have to prepare ourselves through training and education to look into the future of what the needs are of our community.
As our community's grown, the fire department's grown with it. Currently, we run out of 3 stations here in Westerville, and we also cover the community of Blendon Township. One thing we really like is when parents bring the kids to the firehouse. And now we have second and sometimes even third generations coming through.
We talk about stop, drop, and roll, or what to do if in a smoky house. We're always out there promoting that and getting them to know what we're doing.
I'm now doing the puppet shows for fire safety. Being a public educator, I get to interact with adults and kids. I'm working with the older community as well. Hey Richard, long time no see.
So, you're here for the inspection. Hopefully nothing's wrong, working together, making sure that everything's safe for all of our people here.
We think about fire safety every day because it's our jobs. Most people don't. It's only through interacting with each other and getting that information out that we all learn.
When you think of a university such as Otterbein, we have a lot of different hazards on our campus. Scientific laboratories, equine facilities, an art department that does welding. The fact that we haven't had a fire on campus, that's definitely attributed to them coming on campus and working directly with our students.
There's been a few times at universities I've worked at before, we've actually had students pass away because of something as simple as a smoke detector. These little things that seem insignificant in our daily lives, that's what they're catching at the Westerville Fire Department because it's their focus.
Effective April 1st of 2016, we'll be an ISO Class 2. And that's what a lot of the insurance underwriters use to determine how much you pay for your fire insurance. We take a lot of pride in that because we're in the top 2% of fire departments in the United States. There's only us and one other department in Central Ohio that have that rating. Our last levy was in 2010, and due to circumstances beyond our control, the levy didn't bring in quite the amount of dollars that we had projected it would. So we deferred a lot of capital expenses. We refurbished a lot of our fire trucks and medic and squad vehicles instead of purchasing new. We've done a lot of things, to kind of tighten the belt and get us through time. We do have a fire levy coming up for $2.8 million. We put a lot of time and effort into determining how much money we would need to continue our operations and the quality and levels of service.
The city of Westerville and Bladen Township continue to grow. And because of that, the amount of work we do is going to continue to grow. There's more businesses in the city, there's more new buildings in the city.
Just over the past few years, we've seen just an explosion of new construction.
We're projecting that our EMS run volume will grow as well, so we are starting to put some things in place to address that need and make sure we're still there to serve our citizens.